Hi Etta and Poppy. I've got another book to read to you today. This one is called Nothing Like a Puffin. Do you know what a puffin is? Well, you're soon going to find out. Puffins are a real animal. They're a bird. And actually, Jaden and Grandma Jan have been looking for them all around the world. All right, this is called Nothing Like a Puffin. And it says, what do a puffin and a shovel have in common? And, in common means what do they have the same? So we're going to go through this whole book and we're going to talk about how things are the same and how things are different. It says on here, illustrated by Bob Kohler, and it must be written by Sue Solstice. Here's the back of it. I always like to look at the back too. It makes a whole picture. You can see some things the book is going to be about. Look at this front page. Lots of puffins everywhere. Of course, this is a cartoon drawing of a puffin, but there are real puffins out there. Nothing like a puffin. For Keith and William, SS, that must be Sue Soltis. For Olivia, there's nothing like a daughter, BK. So Bob Kohler. So the illustrator must have dedicated this to Olivia, his daughter. And these colors, they use these colors a lot throughout the whole book. I love this book because it's colorful, but it doesn't take a lot of colors to make it all that colorful. It's really just a couple colors. Look, a puffin. What a marvelous creature, one of a kind and amazing. Indeed, there's nothing like a puffin. Take, for example, this ladder. A ladder is nothing like a puffin. It has steps you climb up to get somewhere high. She looks a little worried. See how these colors are all kind of the same? A house is also nothing like a puffin. A house has windows and doors. Inside are sinks and chairs and beds. A house is a place you can live in. Okay, we know all this. A newspaper, to be sure, is nothing like a puffin. A newspaper is shaped like a rectangle and made out of paper. A newspaper has pages. It's black and white. But wait, what else is black and white? A puffin is black and white too. What are the chances? A newspaper is something like a puffin after all. Why is he so mad? What did he do? Uh-oh. Did you see how he ripped his newspaper? He does not look very happy. A pair of jeans, of course, is nothing like a puffin. Jeans are blue. Jeans have pockets and 2 legs. Can you see how they have anything in common? Anything the same? Uh-oh. Don't say it. Puffins have 2 legs too. Also, they were both blue. Did you see that? Blue, and he has some blue. Not another thing that's something like a puffin. Look out for the goldfish. The goldfish is like, ah. Of course, a goldfish is nothing like a puffin. A goldfish has scales and fins. A goldfish swims. Uh-oh. That might be like a puffin. Wonder if puffins can swim. Oh, looks like a puffin can swim too. A goldfish is a little bit, a tiny bit, like a puffin. So is a newspaper. So is a pair of jeans. What could possibly be next? What do you think is going to be next? You see that shovel? And remember the back said, what do a puffin and a shovel have in common? Giving us clues. Surely, a shovel is nothing like a puffin. A puffin isn't made out of wood and metal. A puffin doesn't have a handle or blade for digging. Just a minute. A puffin uses its feet for digging. A shovel is a little something like a puffin. Who would have guessed? So they are alike. Do you see something else? Maybe that's a preview of what's to come. Look here, a snake is nothing like a puffin. It was a snake. A snake moves along without legs or wings. Snakes hatch from eggs, just like birds. Birds. Hold on a second. What else is like a bird? A puffin is a bird, so it must have hatched from an egg too. Well, I guess a snake is something like a puffin. That figures. How about that helicopter? Is that like a puffin? How would a puffin and a helicopter be alike? What do they have in common? A helicopter doesn't have two legs. It can't swim. It's made out of metal and has a propeller. A helicopter flies. Watch out! This puffin can fly too! Even a helicopter is something like a puffin. Can you believe it? Maybe a puffin is not so amazing after all. Maybe a puffin is not one of a kind. Look at the penguin. A penguin is black and white, just like a puffin. A penguin dives and swims, so does a puffin. A penguin is a bird, so is a puffin. A penguin has feathers and two wings and a beak and 2 feet. Well, there's no getting around it. A penguin and a puffin are two of a kind. But look, a penguin can't fly. A penguin is more than a little like a puffin, more so than, say, a newspaper or a goldfish. But that's not exactly like a puffin. So they're a lot of like, but not exactly alike. So it's true, after all. There's all the characters from the story we just read, even the snake. There's nothing like a puffin. I like this book because it's fun to think what things have in common, but things are very unique. So you are very unique and have special things about you, but then we also have things in common with other people. So let's think about Etta and Poppy. Well, they're both female. They're both sisters. They both have arms and legs, and they both have a mom named Clara and a dad named Brian, but they're also different. So they're a lot alike, like the penguin and the puffin, but they also have some things that make them unique and special all on their own. Can you think of some of those things? Another fun activity to do is to find 2 things around the house. So maybe I have a blanket and a shoe. What do these things have in common? Can you think? Are they like each other at all? Well, I'm thinking they both are white, they both are gray, but even more so, they both can help me. These help keep me from hurting my feet, and this helps keep me nice and warm. They're both very comfortable. So they have some things in common, but they also have their own special things about them. So can you find things around the house, and then can you compare them and contrast them and find what do they have alike and what do they have different? All right. Mwah. Love you.